Hey guys, what's up? Alright, so we are going to be covering Cell City 2, my Minecraft creation. This city is comparable to a eukaryotic animal cell, with the buildings and the streets comparable to different organelles within the cell. I'm going to be going through a few different things and how the two are comparable. The first building that we are entering into here is City Hall, which is comparable to the nucleus of the cell. The nucleus of the cell contains the cell's genetic code and all its information and runs everything that goes on within the cell, the same way City Hall determines court hearings and different things and it's the location of the government for a city. Here we have computers containing data and all sorts of information for aiding and running the city, and a very annoying person working behind the desk here. We also have rooms back here for people who work at City Hall overnight, and different chests here storing data for the city itself, construction plans, blueprints, and everything else. Next up, we are heading to the post office, which is comparable to the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus packages and delivers proteins to all sorts of locations within the cell. Now, it's comparable to the post office because the post office, you drop off your mail and they can package it for you and they'll deliver it to wherever it needs to go. They're not limited to anything specific, like the Golgi apparatus is to proteins, but they serve the same basic function. So here, we've got your mailboxes where you drive by or you walk by and drop off your mail in here. Now, whoever is working at the post office will come here and deliver the mail into one of these two rooms, either this one or this one over here, in order to drop the mail off in here, where it can be in this room where someone will come in and package it, and it can be delivered out these doors here to wherever it needs to go. And here you've got a nice little front desk where someone can be working, waiting for customer service if you need to pick up stamps or drop something off. Now, we're going to be crossing our wonderful streets, which are comparable to the cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton lays throughout the cytoplasm of a cell, and it forms a basis for the location of the other organelles, helps them to find a location within the cell. Now, I know, we love the great entrance here, right? Alright, so next building we're moving into is the retail store, which is comparable to the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum produces several different things, but is known for its metabolism of fats and steroid hormones. Now, it's comparable to a retail store because retail stores, not only do they have their own special brand, but they also sell pretty much anything you can ever think of, especially Walmart, right? Walmart sells anything from guns to deer heads, to medicine to candy. So, seriously, you can find anything there. So, here's the checkout area in here, where you can buy everything that you decided to purchase. And then out here you've got shelves full of loads of different things that you can choose from. No telling what there is you might want to buy here. You've got chests here full of food and other such things. You've got more chests over here full of groceries and other items like that. Now, moving on past the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. By the way, it's smooth because it is not studded with ribosomes. Whereas this location here, the rough endoplasmic reticulum, is. Now this is the police station. Now the rough endoplasmic reticulum can be comparable to the police station because the rough endoplasmic reticulum, while being studded with ribosomes and aids in protein production, it also helps manage other functions in the cell and keep an organizational process going. Now, this is a secret exit out of the station. Over here we have our jail cells with prisoners. I would open it up, but I don't wish to let the prisoners free. They do open up, though. Several cells in here, because these prisoners are very bad, unfortunately. Here's a nice gentleman who's on duty here. Alright, so let's get out of here before anything bad happens. Alright, now we're back onto the streets with our lovely glow-in-the-dark street lights, even in the rain. We're gonna head into this building here, our water treatment plant. Now, the water... stone doors. Now, the water treatment plant is comparable to the vacuole. The vacuole ranges in size between animal and plant cells. It's much larger in plant cells. In animal cells, however, they share the same basic function: storing water, food, and waste. Now, a city doesn't store all three of those things in the same place, so we just chose water because that's what it's most commonly known for. In here, you've got buckets for scooping out water. This is your water processing plant. So this is where the villagers will come. They'll come to this person, say they want water, and they'll say they have a water problem or they need water or whatever, and they'll pick up water from in here or from right here. This is where the water is stored for the city, comparable to a vacuole, which is where the water is stored for the cell. Oh my gosh, for the cell. Yes, okay. Moving on, we are now moving into the town industry. That is oh my gosh, stupid person. That is comparable to the ribosomes of a cell, because ribosomes specifically produce one thing: proteins. Now, I know technically this town industry produces two things: flower pots and anvils. However, we are going to surpass that, because town industries are known for giving the town jobs and producing an export that the town uses itself and trades to other towns for their goods. We've got chests here, crafting tables, furnaces, all helpful in order to craft the final product at the end of the line. Ribosomes are found throughout the cell and included along the rough endoplasmic reticulum, and they have one job, and that is to produce proteins. That is why it is comparable to the town industry. Now up here we have our beautiful billboard advertising Cell City 2. That's a long story, explainable for another, but we'll save that for another time. Now, the Cell City 2 billboard is comparable to the flagella. The flagella is an external organelle that aids the cell in movement, helps it to move around. Now, cities don't physically move, but you can move the idea of a city by advertising for it and drawing people to it. That allows them to be comparable in that way. Now here we have our amazingly awesome power plant. The power plant is comparable to the mitochondria of a cell. The mitochondria, again, also have only one purpose. That is to produce energy. Now, the power plant of the city, here we're going into the control room in here. Nice gentleman being very bored in here, controlling the circuitry out here. As you see the cars racing by on this giant circuit we've created here. And these slacking gentlemen, who should be working, are actually riding around on this giant circuit. So the power plant gives the entire city power. Which is comparable to the mitochondria, which provides energy for a cell and allows it to run and complete all of its other tasks and functions much easier. Not sure exactly what happened there. Oh well. Over here we have our construction zone. As you can see, we're in the process of building a few new things with this giant crane and the wrecking ball. Now, the construction zone and the construction workers as well are comparable to